There are cases so obscure that they never reach the newspapers, never appear in documentaries, and are never acknowledged by the government. Stories buried, erased, sealed not because they are unimportant, but because they reveal something that was never meant to be discovered. This is one of those cases. Today, you will hear the story of the amateur radio operator who captured a signal that did not come from Earth. His name was Raymond Carter, a 58-year-old retired military communications technician who lived alone in a small house in the rural deserts of New Mexico. Carter had a simple hobby. He monitored aviation and maritime frequencies using equipment he had collected for decades. He wasn't a conspiracy theorist. He wasn't seeking attention. He was methodical, disciplined, and deeply technical. But everything changed on October 3rd, 1998, at 2:37 a.m. While adjusting a rarely used frequency band, Carter intercepted a repeating pulse pattern something like Morse code, but irregular, unstable. He immediately began recording. The pulses grew stronger. Then a voice emerged from the static. It didn't sound human. It was metallic, fragmented, as if the transmission were traveling through multiple atmospheric layers. The first phrase has never been decoded, but seconds later another sequence became clear. There is no more time. They are here. Carter froze. The voice wasn't pleading. It wasn't panicked. It sounded like a warning, as if addressed to someone or something else. Then, suddenly, the transmission cut off. Silence returned. Over the next few days, Carter shared copies of the recording with two fellow radio operators. Both confirmed that the signal did not match any Earth-based frequency band. It wasn't from a plane. It wasn't a satellite. It wasn't a weather system. One of the operators, an expert in digital modulation, discovered something even stranger. The pulses were shifting in frequency during analysis, as if the source itself were moving across vast distances. 3 nights later, it happened again. The transmission returned louder. Clearer. Beneath the voice, a new sound could be heard. A low vibrating rush, like air being displaced by something massive. Then the voice repeated, this time with a faint metallic echo. The portal is open. Prepare yourself. And right here, as the events escalate. A quick note, if you're still with us, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us continue investigating hidden cases like this. One end ensures these stories aren't lost to time. Now, back to the transmission. Moments after the second recording, strange lights appeared behind Carter's property. He described them in his journal. 3 glowing spheres, moving silently in a perfect triangular formation. The light didn't illuminate the trees, it seemed to pass through them, as if not entirely bound to the physical world. Carter captured the phenomenon with a small camcorder. He planned to send the footage to MUFON the next morning, but he never got the chance. On the night of October 7th at exactly 11:49 p.m., neighbors reported hearing forced entry doors slamming, footsteps, muffled voices. 2 unmarked white vans were seen parked in front of Carter's home. 3 men in black tactical uniforms entered the residence. When police arrived the next day, the house had been completely torn apart. All of Carter's radio equipment was missing. His tapes gone. His journal gone. His camera gone. And Carter himself had vanished. 2 weeks later, investigators found something disturbing in the woods behind the property. A perfectly circular burn mark on the ground, as if something immense had landed there. At the center, electromagnetic interference was so intense that compasses spun continuously. No agency accepted responsibility. No department claimed events. No official report includes the original audio logs. The case was closed in 1999, sealed and erased. But there was one detail they failed to destroy. The second radio operator kept a hidden backup of the recording. Years later, it leaked on an obscure online forum that no longer exists. Only 5 people downloaded the file before it was removed. One of those 5 published a technical analysis showing that the source of the signal was moving above the stratosphere at impossible speeds, shifting altitude and direction erratically beyond any known aircraft or satellite. The final frequency logged before the transmission vanished pointed directly toward the night sky over New Mexico, precisely where Carter lived. Among underground radio communities, The case became known as the lost signal. But some investigators believe the signal wasn't lost, it was searching. And on that October night, it found someone. If Carter is alive, no one knows. If the entity transmitting the signal is still broadcasting, we have no way of knowing. But among retired military analysts and communication engineers, there is one chilling consensus. The voice Carter recorded wasn't trying to contact Earth. It was speaking to something already here. Whatever made contact that night has never been detected again. But traces of the signal still appear in scattered reports, interference with aircraft radios, strange pulses on amateur bands, unexplained gaps in weather satellite transmissions. And until someone uncovers the full truth, all we have are the fragments Raymond Carter left behind. If you want more investigations like this, cases hidden, sealed, or erased from official records, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share this video. Your support keeps these stories alive, even when others try to bury them.